This is ridiculous. Look what happened. Wisconsin is holding its primary election in the middle of a pandemic. The coronavirus pandemic, to be precise. And look at this. Look how bad it is. See that? That's how bad. Global, there's 1,359,398 total cases global, and there's been 75,945 deaths. And in the United States, just not as bad, but it's getting. But I think we've become the new China. China because of corrupt Trump. And even Mitch McConnell. So get this. In the United States there are 368,499 total cases, and there have been 10,993 deaths. Give me a break. Come on, man. And it was just, and here's the weird thing. I'm gonna have to show you. I'm gonna have to show it to you this way. Look at this. This was before the. Look at this. Breaking news. Wisconsin Governor Tony Evers issues orders shutting down Tuesday's primary. The vote is delayed until June 9th. But then sometime later, get this. I don't know if you can see that. Can you? There we go. Breaking. Wisconsin State Supreme Court rules on party lines. 4-2 to override the governor's orders to postpone today's primary election. The decision will force voters to go to crowded polling locations if they want to vote, putting their health at risk during the coronavirus pandemic. Give me a break, man. And we got so much stuff about the coronavirus you won't believe. British Prime Minister Boris Johnson has moved to intensive care a day after being hospitalized for coronavirus. Ugh. How do we get it back into focus? That's better. And here's something that's even discussed. Here's something that's even discussed. Here's something you won't believe. In 2017, the military identified a novel influenza disease as the most likely and significant threat, which it anticipated would lead to a shortage of ventilators, face masks, and hospital beds. Per Pentagon documents leaked. They knew this would happen. And what did Trump do? Nothing. Nothing. And look at this. Senator Kayla Lawfar, Republican of Georgia, has reported more stock sales amid insider accusations. Among that spate sales through was an interesting stock purchase in a company that makes COVID-19 protective garments. And here's something that Bernie Sanders said. Bernie Sanders tweeted, It's disgraceful that Amazon, which is owned by the richest man in the world, is not only failing to protect its workers, but has now fired a worker for protesting dangerous conditions. I stand with Chris and all Amazon workers fighting for their safety. This is disgusting. This is extremely disgusting. People are making money despite at the cost of our very health and our lives. It's disgusting. As explained right here, today Amazon worker Chris Smalls helped lead an Amazon walkout for lack of COVID-19 compliance that put workers, customers, and New York in danger. And there's a huge breakout in New York. And you think Joe Biden will do? And you think Joe Biden will do anything about this? No, he's the same as the others. So Donald Trump, if you're watching this, you cut funding to the CDC, you fired the pandemic response team, you refused WHO tests, you wasted 2 weeks calling this outbreak a Democratic hoax. This is what a failed public response to a pandemic looks like. You broke it, you own it, Donald Trump. And what's even more surprising, Donald Trump has a financial stake in the hydrocolis, whatever that word is. If whatever that word is, becomes an accepted treatment, several pharmaceutical companies stand to profit, including shareholders and senior executives with connections to the president. Mr. Trump himself has small personal financial interest in Sanofi, the French drug maker that makes Plaquenil, the brand name version of hydroquinone. I can't believe that Trump's actually doing. Even despite this whole pandemic, he's making money from it. He doesn't. And you think Joe Biden will care? Joe Biden will help you? No. If he gets elected, he'll just be the same as Trump. See? That's who he really cares about. Not us. Them. So in the military knew years ago that the coronavirus was coming, and Trump did nothing. Nothing. Keep that in mind. Keep that in mind next time. Keep that in mind if you're gonna go pro. Keep that in mind next. I just hope that comes up as a. I just hope that comes up when. I just hope that comes up for when the trial comes. And I be showing you more, but I don't. I show you a lot more. It's just disgusting. Even Iran is suffering from this, and Trump won't even let up on the sanctions, nor the GOP. And here's this. This is what really disgusting. From McConnell. McConnell opposes emergency coronavirus bill, calling it an ideological wish list. Literally, had no problem granting billionaire donors and corporations their wish for $2 trillion in tax cuts. These people make me sick. Amidst the global pandemic. But there is good news. So, amidst this global pandemic is a kind of reminder that remember this. While your children's schools are shutting down, Bernie Sanders wanted to give you free childcare. While you worry that you cannot afford to get tested for COVID-19, Bernie Sanders wanted to give you free health care. While you are feeling sick and know you shouldn't go into work, but you cannot afford the loss of income from not working, Bernie Sanders wanted to give you paid sick leave. While you wonder if there are enough brilliant minds in the scientific community working towards a vaccine, remember that Bernie Sanders wanted to give you free college education. So keep that in mind. I hope you guys keep this in mind. But there's more. I'm not done. Take a look at this. These 4 senators sold millions in stock before the markets crashed, all while receiving briefings about coronavirus. There's Burr, Loeffler, Inhofe, and Feinstein? Dianne Feinstein? All Democrat, Dianne Feinstein? Let me see. All of them should be investigated for trader inciting. Who agrees with that? Let me see. I don't believe this. House Speaker Dianne Feinstein. No, wait. Democratic. I don't believe this. My own senator. What has become of America? What has become of America, people? But all I know, it just breaks my heart. But all I know is this. But I do know this. But I do know this. If we keep electing the types of politicians that only care, that the corporations will want, this could eventually happen to the United States. Do you know how Rome fell? Well, here is how Rome fell. Does this sound familiar? Especially what we're doing in the United States? Endless wars, greedy leaders, wasteful spending, dollar collapse. Does this all sound familiar? Well, if we don't do something soon, this could be the very same fate that befalls America. We need people like Bernie Sanders in office for this exact reason. To stop this cycle and save America before it's too late. We need to. Just can't believe this. So if you want to know, so we need these kind of politicians in office. Let Let me pull it up real quick. This is just ridiculous. You shouldn't be holding an election during an outbreak. I mean, if you either do it in mail-in ballots, or delay the election. And here's those ideas. And here's these ideas I was talking about. See, look. Let me just move it into a better position. That's not what I wanted. That's better. Okay, see here? Look at this. Moral foundation of political ideology. So here's the human reform politics, a force of positive change. We need this good, and this is harm. So we need more politicians like Bernie Sanders. He's a public servant, serves the people, favors the working class, has a progressive agenda, seeks positive change, is against class privilege, fights exploitation, regulates markets, social safety, ideas for social safety nets, he's motivated by purpose, he's firm on principle. Let me try that again. He's firm on principle. He opposes corruption. So he has social welfare. He's loyal to ideas. Substance, and he's substance. He has character, and he's honest. Now, and as for people like Joe Biden, these kind of people should not be allowed to be in office. In fact, if any of these people are in office, they should be just thrown out, whether they're Democrat or Republican, and replaced with politicians, whether they're Democrat or Republican, or any other party that's like Bernie Sanders. We need more people like him. So Joe Biden's a politician, serves corporate, favors capital class, has an establishment agenda, maintains status quo, protects class privilege. You know, so I don't even understand that. I don't even understand class privilege yet. Defends exploitation, favors free markets, favors minimal safety nets. He has self-preservation. He's compromise principles. He even enables corruption. That's the big one right there. Enables it. So if he's elected during this coronavirus outbreak, it's not likely to end. It won't end. Probably for another few years. And we know the Spanish influenza and the Spanish flu lasted for 2 years. From January 1918 to December 1920. Do we really want to? Tell me something. Do you really? Wait. Do you really want to go through this epidemic for that long? This pandemic for that long? Do you? I don't, because I don't. Anyway. So, favors corporate welfare, loyal to donors. I wouldn't be. No, he wouldn't be. He's superficial. He cares about his image, and he's deceptive. But at this point, because of how bad the corruption is, and how badly the corruption is, and how badly they're rigging the votes against Bernie, the candidate we need, not want, need for to be president of the United States, they're just rigging it against him. I think he might have to, just for once, be I think we might have to be deceptive in order to get into office. Deceive the corporate wealth, deceive the corporates into thinking we side with them, but in reality we side with the we side with the people. Even if it doesn't, it could make him paranoid. It could make him very paranoid. It could make the corporates very it could make the corporations very paranoid. If he doesn't want to do, because think about it. Because think about it. If a corporation elects a person, elects a so-called politician who they believe will serve the corporations if elected, but in reality is a public servant that serves the people, they just got deceived, and they won't know. And if we do this multiple times, they'll get paranoid. They'll get very paranoid, and especially if we manage to convert some people in office from political corporate servants to public people servants. That's a terrible, that's a terrible. Anyway, it'll make them paranoid, and they won't know who to trust. It's a pretty good deception strategy. After all, war's about deception. Well, kind of. Well, kind of. But you should still follow the rules of war. But deception is a good tactic to use against the enemy. So let me show you some tweets. So here's something interesting. Trump breaking news. Trump just attacked the World Health Organization and said he's halting funding to them during a pandemic of all things, where we are the hardest hit country before we even peak. I can't. No words. By Scott Dworkin, if that's how you pronounce his name. It's just sick. Sorry for the attitude, people, but I'm just, I had to get attention somehow. I just had to release stress. Plus, and here's something else. Trump removed top Pentagon officials from his post as independent watchdog for coronavirus funds. This is pure corruption. If that's not pure corruption, then I don't know what is. Trump's a dirty grifter trying to steal more money meant for the American people in the middle of a pandemic of all things. Trump is a criminal and an abomination, and he needs to go and to jail for life. With no chance of bail or parole. To top it off. To put the cherry on top. Here's something else. It's weird, and here's something else that's weird. Any P.E. Moskowitz tweeted, anyone else find it insane that Joe Biden makes everyone refer to as Dr. Joe Biden like all the time? She has a doctorate of education. She's not a medical doctor. People are dying from the coronavirus, and all these people care about is hold on, I gotta get the prop. As I was saying, people are dying, and all those guys can care about is this. Ugh, it's just sick. Now I know I'm desperate for cash, but I would never, ever do what they're doing. That just this kind of stuff can be replaced. Nice shot landing in the box. This stuff can be replaced. Lives, they cannot. Nothing is more. All the money in the world is not worth a life. So please keep that. So please remember that. Now, I needed that. It's just disgusting how these guys are doing this. I just hope you guys are keeping the chat comments open. And if you need to know what I talked about, you could just rewind. You can rewind the video and go back to what I talked about. Then you could leave your comment there. If Biden wins, we're already sinking in. America's already sinking into fascism, corporate fascism. I think the fascists have found a way to try to take over America again. If Biden's elected, it will slow it down, but not stop it. And if you hate if you dislike fascists as much as I do, then you know what to do. Vote for Bernie. That will stop the fascists. We need people who are anti-fascists in office, not more of them. But at least there's some good billionaires out there. Bill Gates' net worth is $100 billion. Jack Dorsey pledges $1 billion in Square stock to coronavirus pandemic relief. Bill Gates is donating $50 to speed up the development of a coronavirus treatment. I hope he goes like, I'm just hoping these guys can go like, why aren't you doing a thing? Why aren't you doing a thing for the people suffering from the coronavirus? To Donald Trump and those GOP who don't even care about lives, only money. It's just. And here's something else that's sick. Maria Rajavi. A National Council of Resistance of Iran president-elect, leading voice on women's empowerment and tolerance, tweeted this. Fearing the eruption of another uprising, the regime's supreme leader and president have considered paying subsidies to some 3 million impoverished households, a flagrant mockery in the face of the devastating blow dealt to them in the coronavirus outbreak. I agree. And get this. In the past, I used to see things in black and white. When I was younger, I thought Iran was evil, but as I got older, I started seeing things in gray. It's not all like that. Iran's not evil. In fact, America was responsible for what happened, for why Iran is what it is now. The 1953 coup. So if America did a lot of bad things during the Cold War. And we did a lot of bad things to prevent the spread of communism. We should have done more. We should have not done so much bad thing. We should have not done so many bad things. It just almost hurts to say this. That I'm almost no longer proud to be an American. Because of what America's become. Oh, and here's something juicy, I believe. Hold on, I'm tweeting right now. There should be a plan in place in case the pandemic exceeds past November. So here's some breaking news from Scott Dworkin. Breaking news: Ohio lawmaker Representative Galinsky says she is making a criminal referral today to the International Criminal Court for Trump to be charged with crimes against humanity over his hydroxychloroquine promotion. America should not be immune to crimes we commit, especially if we break international law. We should be held accountable, too, just like everyone else. Oh, here's something juicy. Brooklyn Dad Defiant has tweeted this. How stupid are Trumpers? They are trending a hashtag to fire Fossey even though he's the one guy who has anything real and relevant to save their dumbasses from COVID-19. Don't let these idiots determine the outcome of 2020, folks. Don't worry, I won't. So here's what here's the same thing for Brooklyn Dad Defiant. A real leader would level with the American people and admit that we don't have enough ventilators to save lives. A real leader would exhaust every avenue to get those to the areas most in need. We do not have a real leader. We have a lying, cowardly con man named Donald Trump and Mitch McConnell. Get this, either nobody in the Trump administration has the balls to tell Trump the truth, or he is 100% insane. There's really not a lot of middle ground. Oh, and here's something else. Get this. The acting Navy secretary is unfit. He should resign or be removed immediately. Because he said this. Because of this. because the acting Navy Secretary blasts U.S. Theodore Roosevelt captain as too naive or too stupid in leaked speech to ship's crew. This is by Justin Amash. A day ago, Chuck Schumer said that President Trump is saying that America's governors are telling him he's doing a good job. He should read the front page of the New York Times this morning. And now I just lost all tweets. Anyway. I can't believe this is disgusting. And here's this. There's more corruption. Elected officials who claim voter fraud are undermining our democracy. They are trying to limit our ability to vote and creating propaganda for our adversaries to use against us. We must defend our voting rights, know the facts, and vote them out. Politicians use the false spectator of voter fraud again. Sometimes I wonder if they act. Sometimes I wonder. I can't believe this. Can't believe this. All this. But there is. I'm working with a group and to help collect evidence of all this illegal activity. I'm not going to tell you the names of who they are for their protection. Can't believe they're just like that, just for the sake of their own greed. This is why greed is very dangerous. I wonder if anyone's commented. Man, no one. And here's something else. I'll let you read it. If you want to join the Facebook group, just find a Facebook page of evidence, collected evidence, and then go on from there. And despite the whole thing, it's not working. I looked. I've already checked, and there's no results. Here, I'll show you. I know you didn't hear a thing. You saw that, right? Despite all that, there has been not one vote.
Nope.
Not one vote has been cast. No results. Go. This is all I could think about right now. It was supposed to explode. It was supposed to pop and explode. Anyway, we guess if you're committed to help return it. This gives group people like us some time to help expose this election fraud, and that will cause them to put pressure on them, force them to do a recount if we find any evidence of election fraud, voter suppression, anything like that. And this is exactly why that my ideas should be in place. Rules of election. If I get elected as a politician or president, to be better, because I know this. You'll be doing. I can't reveal everything, but I can tell you this: that if you think you're safe, even if you won the primary, you're wrong. If they find evidence that you were cheating in the primary to win, you will be replaced by the person who came in second place. Like, for example, if Hillary Clinton was caught cheating or severely broken the rules in the election, then guess who would have took her place? Give me 3 seconds. to 5 seconds to guess it. Did you guess Bernie Sanders? If you did, then you're right. Same thing with Donald Trump. If he broke the rules, I think it would have been Ted Cruz who would have took his place. But all the donation, all the money, and get this, all the donations that was received for that campaign goes immediately to that candidate. Just can't believe how much not people have not only one person and not no one else has seen it. I mean, don't they care? And I mean, it's not even on TV either. I just hope in the end I was enough a voice of reason to spark the fire, to spark that fire in you, to get you, for you to to get out there, but not literally outside, but to get online. If you can't go outside, go online. If you can't get out there, then go online. Spread the word. Do blogs, do articles, do Facebook videos. Make YouTube videos. But seriously, I wish they would just I know it's illegal to mail political campaign. I just wish they would make an exception, just especially in this time of a crisis. Allow it. I just know it's illegal, but I just wish they would allow it in this kind of a crisis. Well, anyway, I'm about to end the stream in just 1 minute. So please take all what I've said with a grain of salt. No, seriously, take it with a huge grain of salt. Take it with a huge grain of salt, actually. Because we really need the candidates like Bernie. We need Bernie Sanders to win. If we are gonna survive this pandemic, we need Bernie Sanders. No excuses. I'm saying in the form. Bernie is the one. Bernie is for us all. Bernie, yeah, Bernie. Give me a B, give me an E, give me an R. Wait. Give me a B, give me an E, give me an R, give me an N, give me an I, give me an E. What's that spell? Bernie. I'm gonna close out with this. Bernie, Bernie. You gonna vote Bernie? Yes, you gonna vote Bernie. Vote Bernie. Oh, Bernie. Vote Bernie. Hey, vote for Bernie and save America and the world. And to be fair, that last one was based off the Red Robin's Happy Birthday song. I was planning to make them into videos. I was planning to make those into videos, but I don't know. As cheers, if you know what I mean. For you to use for your video. Join us and fight corruption. Or do nothing and let corruption ruin your lives. Our lives. Forever. So anyway, thanks for watching this live stream. And if you can see, so we can. And also be safe, stay safe, be safe, stay wise, and help others during the coronavirus epidemic. Until next time, this is Jeffrey Bartow signing off.